What's the name of these pears? Anybody recognise these ones? How you going, everyone? Just walking around the orchard and taking a look at the fruit trees, and I've got 2 pears here. The label's flown off. I'm going to have to research this on, the internet, see if I can recognise a burgundy pear. Not ready yet. Heap going on. I was checking out the almonds. Come and have a look at these. They're probably the fastest. Well, there's a couple of pear trees that have taken off. Look at the quince. Hailstone damage. Look at this. Smashed by the wind and the hail. The fruit's okay because it's got the leaves to protect it. Some of it's got hit there too. I'll show you the almonds. Have a look at these beauties. We're walking through. More quince, different varieties. These are pears over here. Now, these have to be trained, folks. I mean, this is just out of control. I don't want them to grow up to the sky. I've got to pull on that back there like that, cut the inner guts out of it and tie these down, anchor them down to the ground so I can force it to grow out. Or even just get these and tie these down just like that and train it. In fact, yeah, that'll be the easiest way. Open up the whole thing and eventually we'll get some more outward facing growth. Another pear tree here. Again, different pears, tiny little ones. Like a sensation. And this is the almond, one of 4 or 5 that I got in a row. They're only 1.5 years old in the ground, loaded, and they are oozing sap from the damage caused by the hailstorm. Look at that, oozing sap everywhere. They're still good. I'm going to go pick from one that I picked earlier. Hopefully I score another one in there, the same as I did earlier. These are huge. Where did I pick from? It was down here, the smallest tree we picked from. I'll pick one from here too. Wait, let me find one. They're not quite ready yet, but potluck, whatever happens. All right, there's one here. Got my secateurs for later. Look at that. That's the almond inside. I broke it. That's a normal size one. Come over here. This little girl here, or this little tree, I picked one earlier, it was huge, but then again, look at the size of that. I've already taken the top half of that out. So that almond was about this big. Have a look at that. How good is that? Delicious. Pick one from here. Look how plump that is. Okay. A normal one, I've broken it already. That's a good size. Not as big as the one earlier, but just as delicious. Now, I want to show you the peach trees. If you recall in the past, leaf curl occurring on our peach trees, and the ones out here in the orchard I didn't spray with a disease control pack. So what I had to do was clean out all the dead wood or dead leaves as well, get rid of the aphids because they were infested by aphids, and just brush them back to sort of clean buds wherever I could find, and hopefully it brought on some new leaves. So let's go and have a look and see the results. These are the peach and nectarine trees that got decimated by leaf curl, and if you come in close, show all these tips here, see how that's all blackened off there and died off. These are the buds gone, right? They're not going to grow, they're dead. That's the dieback, that's the damage, the burnt marks. And it's like a canker, it just dies all the way back down. You've got to get rid of it, so that's why I got my secateur here. Now these trees were infested by leaf curl and aphids, and I didn't spray them early season, but I did spray them after I came out and found the problem. They only received 1 or 2 applications, and it was in the flowering stage where they were just meant to be blooming and setting fruit. And because we didn't get any of those because of the leaf curl, we were able to clean them up straight away and prune them straight away. There was nothing to wait for other than time ourselves to put the effort into it. So now what we do is go around and clean off all the dieback on it as well. So this is almost like your summer prune part off. You don't want to take all this new growth off because the tree already suffered enough dieback initially from the leaf curl. And look, we still have some leaf curl in here, some remnants of it there. Very late in the season, that's all got to come out. So go around and clean up your trees that were either infested by aphids or leaf curl and cut off all the dead, diseased and damaged wood. And that's predominantly the tips. Here again, the old season stuff, to give you an idea, the remnants of it all, there it is there. So some of the leaves that I didn't quite get to, or they were still green when I was here cleaning up. So all that's got to come off because they will never rejuvenate. It's worked its way back, and this will need to be sprayed as well as a form of protection. Spraying is going to start very soon, folks. It's come around again. We're in summer, we're harvesting, and after the harvest you do a prune back, and as the season progresses you'll see in the next month or two a few leaves starting to discolour and die off. They're starting to winter off. That first sign you get of disease, leaf dormancy, that's when you have to start spraying your trees again, and apply it once a month all the way through to early flowering stage. So just before the buds open up and bloom, you make sure your sprays have been done and you stop in time so it can bloom, and then start again once it sets fruit. Now folks, all this information you can find on our website by becoming a VIP member by subscribing to our magazine. You can also get this from our YouTube channel and other social pages and scroll through the historical videos that we've created. There are some categories like growing tomatoes, fruit trees, general gardening tips, cooking tips as well. Become a subscriber, join our group, like our page, all those things that you do to be able to follow us so that you can get that information you need. And it's all seasonal while I'm in season. So look for the stuff that you need for your season, in particular if it is now summer pruning, harvesting, protecting and tomatoes. A lot of information there, and if you love our magazine, now's an opportunity to be able to subscribe to it at a discounted rate. We've actually dropped the price to $24.95, folks. You get 4 issues and you get access to all our back copies. That's a PDF version of all our back copies of magazines. That's 30 issues. Lots of information on gardening tips, garden folk, recipes, everything that you need to be able to grow it from the garden to the kitchen, you'll find in the one location, and that's by becoming a member to our magazine. $24.95 at Vasili'sGarden.com. See you tomorrow from me, Vasili. Maresi.